pleasure to see you again, dear.
Well, well, I'll be honest. You ask anyone to help you round here, and the chances of ever seeing them alive again are not wonderful. Very pleased you're an exception, dear. My goodness, those eyes of yours are sharp, eh, dear? I just hope the mind behind them isn't too narrow. I merely said the druids took it from me and that I wanted you to get it back. There's always more to what people tell you, dear. Please take this, a token of my gratitude. It's a sort of learning juice made by the scientists. You can sometimes find it in their old bunkers. Not much good came of those boffins and their science, but this stuff is marvellous. It opens the mind, you see. Of course, a fair trading compensation is one thing I can offer. But listen, what is it you need? Truly need? Perhaps an escape from all this suffering? You are a curious soul, aren't you? I'm pleased. The first step toward escape is understanding. Look, you and I may have more in common than you realize. If you'll trust me, I can send you somewhere where you might find some answers. Something more than I alone can offer. Take this and go to the Speaking Cave. I'll show you where to find it on your map. While you have this, the folk in the woods will let you pass, but only as long as you don't offer violence. There is no need for bloodshed. Leave the offering at the foot of the figure you'll find there. You'll know it when you see it, believe me. I'll admit, I was interested to see how resourceful you were. If you and I are to make any progress together, I needed to know you're more than some outlaw or such. Don't think me some mad woman out for violence. Death for the druids? Well, it matters less than you might think. And as for their religion, it is neither theirs nor mine. It is the earth itself from which we all came and where we'll all return. Do as I tell you, and if you are prepared to see, then you'll understand that much more clearly. Take care, won't you?
First time in my life I know what I'm doing. Don't know why I'm doing it, but it don't matter.
We don't remember you.
You are closer to understanding now, my dear. Come, let us talk. Well, how do you feel? No, my dear, try to stay calm. No, the only sacrifice you saw was a self-sacrifice. They offered themselves to be rejoined with the soil, and to have the soil speak through them. Now, are you willing to let yourself understand, my dear? What has happened, what is happening here is no disaster. It's the salvation of us all. A happy accident wrought by the meddling of those foolish scientists. That much must be clear, surely. There's power in the ground we tread, in the breathing earth herself. And it wants to bring all humanity together with the soil. Imagine such a thing. Listen. Separateness, you and I, life and death. It is all an illusion. Hard to let go of, my dear, but an illusion all the same. Why not give it up and live in eternal bliss? Look around yourself, dear. Folks steal, they oppress, they kill. It is for the betterment of themselves that they made their heathen technology and severed our bonds with the land. That is why we must give it all up as sacrifice. Their machines, their minds, all that they ever were, all to repair those bonds. The earth gave us life and the strength which lives in us. It is our joyful duty to return it all to the soil. The land needs must breathe, and so we breathe our Mayflower lives back into it. That is our purpose. Join us. The earth welcomes those who go willingly. It is the only true path out there. Are you ready to see where it leads? It's difficult for anyone, but give it time. The truth appears as a beautiful garden as the fog of ignorance fades away. Look, if you do one more thing, it may become clearer for you. There's a divine thing under that atom plant. Something the scientists found buried in the soil. They called it Oberon. Ah, the military and their fondness for code names. But it is so much more. And it needs to be fed. We can help it grow and heal the damage that science has done. The boffins had a hiding place for their work. Perhaps you are familiar with it already. They called it the Interchange. It's been dozing there for 5 years. The voice speaks of it often. Reawaken the Interchange, and you will open the way to Oberon. Ways and means, hints and whispers. But the thing they called Oberon is still a mystery to me, dear. But the soil sings of it, and we'd be fools not to listen. Listen. Windscale awaits you, but first there is something we need. A scientist came to me soon after the disaster, trapped here and still alive, but he was done for. Fading slowly, poor mite. He told me of a secret, that in their laboratories they'd found some stuff. A serum, he called it, that could make the new growth spread like fire. That serum is what we're after. And now you are here to find it for us. Well, that's the joke, isn't it? Scientists made it themselves. You had any of the learning juice they have in the Warrens? That's the very stuff. Only this scientist, he said there was a more powerful mixture of it. Maybe that's what's needed to awaken Oberon. Think of it. Awakening a god who will unite us all. No more wars. No more atom bombs. Not even a crossword. Then take time to think about it. But not too long. But just remember that others lie. Even if they can offer you a way out, you might not want to pay the price they ask. You asked for an escape. There is only one true escape. And it's the one I can give you. When you're ready, I'll be waiting for you here. Oberon awaits us, and we need to find that serum. Will you help us, my child? Wonderful. Truly wonderful. I knew you had pluck. The scientist worked in the medical laboratory, something like an underground hospital, the way he described it. He told me that there were tunnels beneath it, where they loaded goods onto their trains. That's where the serum was stashed. Find the serum, and the way forward will become clear for you. Take care, won't you?
never know what might be lurking behind one of these trees.
What was that noise?
Help me!
Something. You're... Bloody hell.
you.
You're back. Excellent work. The system reported that you ran the command as I asked. Thank you. Reliability is the greatest of virtues, I often say. You were expecting to waltz in there and learn everything that even our highest security cleared scientists weren't allowed to know. I admire your optimism. I gather you've never encountered British bureaucracy before. In all sincerity, I am very grateful for your help. In return, I gave you all of the answers that I'm permitted to. I'm sorry if that hasn't sated your curiosity, but it is all I can do. Very well. I'll answer a question or two. You'll see it all for yourself soon enough, in any case. What is it you want to know? Now. Oberon. Oberon turned out to be very much a Pandora's box in reverse. Full of good things, and one very bad one. It's a meteorite, you see. Fell to Earth in Shakespeare's time, but remained buried until shortly after the war. Its shell was thick and yielded a mineral we call oberite, an astonishing material. It allowed us to make the most amazing leaps forward in electronics. I mean, just look at this place. The computers we built were generations ahead of the best machines of anywhere else. Robotics came next, and even some forays into synthetic intelligence. But, oh well, then we dug too deeply into Oberon in a very literal sense. And that was when we had to enact the quarantine protocols. We had no choice. While we were mining at the Oberon site, something was uncovered. Some sort of fungus, not of this world. It seemed benign, or at least not malignant, so we took a sample of it to the medical lab to run some tests. We soon discovered it produced intriguing cognitive advantages when inoculated in small doses. It was some months before we realized its negative effects. We might have continued to study it, developed remedial measures, but for the disaster at the Oberon site. A few days after that were chaos, until a full quarantine protocol was enacted. We drilled a little too deep at the Oberon site. The materials gathered from there were essential to our robotics development, so rapid extraction was of paramount importance. How could we have foreseen what would happen? We exposed Oberon's core, and with it, a massive release of energy, and much more of the biological matter inside was released. The protocol was enacted almost immediately after. Exposing the core also seems to be the cause of the interference field around the site. Soon the zone was completely shut off to the outside world. The escape plan. Very well. As all of this started with Oberon, I'm afraid that's also where we must finish it. You must get to Oberon itself, down beneath the power plant. Once there, use the mining equipment to extract a sample of the core. That's all you need to do. Extract a sample and bring it back to me. Then I shall get us both out of here. It doesn't delight me either, but it's necessary. It must be understood, and effective countermeasures developed as a matter of urgency. And to be frank, the country needs every advantage of scientific knowledge. Without the work we did here, Britain is doomed to sink into irrelevancy. The restoration of power to this place has allowed me to retrieve some fascinating data. It now appears inarguable that Oberon itself is the source of the interference field that shrouds the zone. And the best outcome for this area is that the quarantine and interference field remain in place. As long as the equilibrium of the quarantine zone is maintained, I believe it will keep this marvelous and terrible thing frozen indefinitely. So you must extract a sample, but leave Oberon otherwise untouched. Do that, and we can escape. Consider my offer. It is your only way out of here. One more thing. Tinker too much at the Oberon site, and you'll set events in motion that cannot be reversed. Be sure you are fully prepared before you go there.
What on earth happened at the dam? The monitors here registered a huge power surge from the data store bunker. That data was vital. I hope you didn't do something stupid. I see. It just so happened to short-circuit while you were there. Oh. Oh, but I see now. Just who are you working for? The Secret Service? Special branch? Lord, not the Americans, surely. Show some dignity, for heaven's sake. Or maybe you're a cat's paw for Garrow. Is that it? In which case, who is she working for? Ah, but wait. Covering her tracks, was she? Oh, how noble of you. How stupid. How do I trust you now? Oh. But perhaps you took the data anyway. Perhaps. You have it on you right now. Understand me. I will kill you for it. It's worth far more to me than keeping you alive. Oh, fine. I suppose I must trust you. I have little choice in the matter, after all. I still need you for this plan to work. But don't let me down again. Do you hear me? Next time won't end well for you.
Quarantine has been lifted in this sector. Status report. Systems requiring maintenance. 27. Active on-site personnel. 0.
Reminder for all personnel. Please report any unusual symptoms to your section medical officer immediately on noticing them. Don't be a symptomatic Sally. What are you doing? Trying to help you, Dr. Fisher. Now stay still.
No! Get that away from me, Alan. It's not... It's not tested.
It'll save your bloody life. The infection's tearing you apart, trust me.
Get away! Keep your experiments to yourself.
Fisher!
Fisher's log, 28th of September, 57. I knew Dr. Holder was up to something. It's no secret he's been frustrated with the direction of our research, but this takes the biscuit. Last night, Edward let slip about a secret lab Holder had set up in Wyndham village, under the church, apparently. Of all places. For a month, He's been stealing samples, smuggling out lab equipment, and all with God as his witness. Worst of all, Edward knew because he was planning to join him. Holder's got himself a little rogue scientist brigade. I managed to convince Edward to give me a key to the place. Once this fever is down, I'll march over and confront Holder myself. In 12 hours, just how long does it take to evacuate one facility? Word from Jack is that the military has locked down the site. Not a peep from Emma since, what are we calling it? Explosion? They aren't telling us anything. Perkins is muttering about the Lord of the Flies now, the bloody fool. I shall strike him if he comes near me with that nonsense. fight is interminable. I've run out of work to occupy myself, and it's still not our turn to evacuate. We all felt the shudder of the explosion at the plant, but since then, nothing. Perkins is wandering around muttering that they've forgotten us. He's an awful fretter at the first sign of trouble, but I'm beginning to wonder if he might perhaps be on the button this time.
spotted.
Welcome back. Nicely done. And all on the kneel. See you round.
You won't be told again. Off with you. I think they've gone. Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
I just want some humbugs and teardrops, nothing fine.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll pop the bastard. Orders deployed.
Not sure about you.
Addressing civilian.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
Don't be causing trouble, all right?
We started off right by shooting some troublemakers. Shame we can't do that. Let's not have any trouble.
An actual murder. About time something instant happened around here.
I feel like I'm a detective in an Agatha Christie.
What? The acid bath killer?
You what?
Those murders a few years back in Notting Hill.
Bloody hell, mate. That's Reginald Christie, and he didn't do the acid bath. That was somebody else. What's his name? Haig.
Oh. So, who did this Agatha Christie kill?
I know great detectives are supposed to have idiots for sidekicks, but God love us, mate.
I see you have sided with the captain and his soldiers. The village will suffer now, thanks to you. We've nothing to say to each other.
Do as you're told, right?
Slowly now. Come into the light where I can see you. Wait. You're not one of the scientific staff. Who the blazes are you? I know every face on the project, and you're not one of them. How did you know I was down here? You found it in... You mean to say you were inside the Interchange? Just how did you get in there? They sealed the place tight. You found one. Just found a keycard. I believe you. It's so ludicrous that I searched to no avail. Will you just find one? Too ludicrous to be untrue. The Interchange. Open again after all this time. Astonishing. I thought it was sealed for good, and its contents forever out of reach. But look, do you realize what this means? If you have access to the Interchange, then we might be able to stop this nightmare before it spreads beyond the wall. You must have seen it. In the Interchange. That damned infestation. We first discovered the growth at the Oberon site. I was one of the team assigned to study it. You know, at first we thought it was benign, beneficial even, according to the early results. In our experiments, small doses of the growth in a purified form showed the most astonishing effect on cognitive capability. But it was not purified nearly enough, as it transpired. Its active agent was much more active than we realized. What it was doing to both our bodies and our minds all the while, it beggars imagination. We thought we held the future in a test tube. But all we had isolated was evil in its purest form. But don't worry yourself on that point. Contamination is inevitable here. That stuff started seeping into your blood the moment you set foot inside the zone. But you'll be all right now that you've found me. You just have to trust me. And we have so little time. I desperately need your help. I need you to go back to the medical facility, and this time go deeper. All the way down to the quarantine level. Somewhere in there is a sealed cylinder. It's labeled Sample 1. Find it and bring it here to me. Do that, and I can promise answers. Answers, and a way out of here. Here's my keycard. It will get you deeper into the medical section. It was the first sample of the growth that was extracted. We took it to the lab to test it. That was a few months before the disaster. It's a pure sample, and that's what makes it so important. Before you go, you should help yourself to a dose of my inoculant. There's one lying around here somewhere. If you ever encounter a thick area of growth, or are suffering from a potent strain of the infection, that stuff will ease the burden. It should give you a better chance of surviving infested areas. And with any luck, it will silence the voices in your head. Best of luck. Time is of the essence. With any luck, Sample 1 will still be hidden away in the medical facility. You can see why I must keep myself hidden away down here. Yes, it's under control, but I'll never be entirely free of it. Thanks to this apparatus, I found a way to inoculate myself, halting the infection before it could fully establish itself. If my colleagues had shown more faith in my line of experimentations, well, we wouldn't be where and what we are now.
Operator, do you require my assistance? This place does not yield secrets easily. The truth lies hidden. You must locate all the interchange doors.
We desperately need that radio. Without it, we'll be stranded here. We desperately need...
Attention! There has been an incident at the detention center. Report any unusual strangers to protocol forces immediately. Do you know that person?